Who would win Batman and Superman vs. Captain America and Iron Man? When Batman and Superman face off against Captain America and Iron Man, it becomes an intense showdown of raw power versus tactical intelligence. Batman, with his top-tier martial arts skills and advanced arsenal, would be a worthy opponent for Captain America, who boasts superhuman strength from the super soldier serum and an indestructible vibranium shield. Meanwhile, the battle between Superman and Iron Man is a fierce contest. Superman possesses superhuman strength and senses, while Iron Man relies on his intelligence and high-tech armor to counter the Kryptonian's overwhelming power. Superman is the quintessential superhero, symbolizing strength and valor. With incredible physical power and endurance, he is one of the strongest characters in all of comics. Even though other characters with similar or greater strengths such as Thor, Sentry, and others have emerged over time, Superman remains unique. No character or creator, for that matter, has fully realized the potential of Superman's super speed. Speed isn't just a special skill, it's one of his greatest assets, giving him an edge over characters inspired by him, making his power hard to surpass. But before diving deeper, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit the bell icon. Thank you. Now, let's look at Batman. Ignoring his greatest strength, thorough preparation, and without considering any specialized suits, this battle is akin to Godzilla 400 FT tall fighting the original King Kong only 30 FT. Batman is an excellent strategist, master detective, stealth expert, and possesses peak human abilities. Although many other superheroes are intelligent, Batman is one of the few recognized for his superior intellect, comparable to great minds like Reed Richards, Lex Luthor, or even Spider-Man. Additionally, Batman, along with Superman, has transcended comics, becoming a cultural icon and one of the most celebrated characters across media. Captain America is the original wartime superhero icon, embodying patriotism and the power granted by the super soldier serum. He is Marvel's ideal, the living embodiment of the super soldier serum story. Captain America has an indestructible shield, unmatched combat skills, and tactical prowess. Beyond that, he's a brilliant leader who knows how to command and inspire his team. Iron Man could be considered a cooler, more kid-friendly version of Batman. Although depicted as a genius, his intelligence isn't always fully utilized. Instead, new powers tend to appear whenever the storyline demands. Iron Man was initially inspired by Batman and Metallo. When The Dark Knight Returns debuted, Batman created a special suit to battle Superman, and Marvel took that idea, giving Iron Man multiple suits and evolving him from a flashy Tin Man to a richer character, elevating him from a D-list to a BC-list hero in the Marvel Universe. Then in 2004, DC's character Amazo introduced nanotech, inspiring Marvel to develop the Extremis armor and later the Bleeding Edge suit. Although Bleeding Edge, literally on the cutting edge, is no longer in use, Extremis remains a notable upgrade. Some consider Iron Man's Phoenix Buster armor his strongest, but it was specifically designed to counter Phoenix Force, not as a universal powerhouse. Facing Superman with the Phoenix Buster would be like using a giant vacuum cleaner against a tank. Another suit, the Thor Buster, was also torn apart by Thor just by ripping out its power core, so using it against Superman would be ineffective. Anyone would aim for the obvious glowing target. The Hulk Buster suit also wouldn't fare well, as it's built for Hulk, who still doesn't match Superman's strength. One punch from Superman could easily shatter the Hulk Buster, creating a sonic boom from the impact. Thus, Extremis might be a more reasonable choice. Given the vast power gap, we might lean in favor of Iron Man and Captain America out of respect. Both are brave heroes and great strategists, but realistically, they can't quite match the superhuman might of characters like Superman or Thanos. Still, their resilience and creativity in battle make them iconic figures. The best Captain America could do is go head-to-head with Batman. Neither would approach each other as enemies, so they'd usually exchange a respectful handshake after each clash. Superman would likely do the same. Iron Man, however, lacks that quality. Now imagine Supes, Bats, and Cap with the impulsive attitudes of rebellious teens charging into battle upon first meeting. That would make the fight quite dramatic. However, Cap wouldn't be relevant, as his favorite tactic, a Zerg Rush, might work against Chitauri swarms, Bork attacks, or Ultron's mindless drones in movies, but it would fail miserably against Batman's guerrilla strategy. A well-timed gas-laden batarang would end the fight. So let's throw him a bone and keep Batman unprepared. If Superman and Batman spot Iron Man and Captain America first, it's over quickly for the two Marvel heroes. So let's be a bit generous and assume Iron Man and Cap spot Supes and Bats first. Finding a master of stealth and a hero with X-ray vision without getting detected is nearly impossible. So to balance things out, let's imagine that Superman and Batman are caught up in a relaxing activity, like planting trees or fishing, distracted for a moment, giving him and Cap a chance to strategize. Now, using a nanotech suit against freeze breath or heat vision is practically suicidal, so let's throw them another bone and imagine Superman forgets his own power. Once again, Superman could easily win by brute force, as M is just a fragile human in a suit, so let's dial back Superman's strength, making him hold back. Again, Im has no answer to Superman's speed, so let's weaken him even more. Now, Cap has nothing but a self-guided shield, which Batman's gadgets and stealth attacks can easily counter, so let's throw them another bone by giving Bats a white suit and taking away his utility belt. On the other hand, Superman currently possesses possesses extraordinary power. He once destroyed an entire multiverse, an incredible feat. This achievement happened in the sixth dimension, a realm described as beyond the limits of human imagination and understanding. Here, anything is possible and normal constraints vanish, allowing unimaginable feats. What impresses me most is the prospect of Superman going head-to-head with Dr. Manhattan, a challenge far beyond conventional limits. Superman has been blown away by Captain Atom in previous battles, and I'm genuinely curious about how he'd respond to Manhattan's mystical power, especially when Manhattan could stun Superman with a single explosion. Please subscribe to the channel, it would help us a lot. And you'll enjoy great videos every day. You're amazing, thank you so much. I believe Thor's victory over Superman doesn't necessarily depend on magic. True, magic is an essential factor to counter Superman, but that doesn't mean he's completely vulnerable to it. While Superman can be affected by magic in certain situations, it's not a guaranteed weakness. Like the explosion-powered boost by Disciple, which shook the rest of the league, magic is one of the few things that can genuinely harm Superman. This was proven when Atlas, a being with magical abilities, defeated him. Thor, with his unwavering loyalty and fierce determination, is willing to do whatever it takes to avenge a fallen friend. As for Tony Stark, despite his frequent conflicts with Captain America, deep down he always hopes Cap would stand by him when facing enemies. I can clearly see the contrast between them, two individuals with opposite personalities who complement each other perfectly. However, when we envision them, it's mostly dramatic confrontations. In the DC Trinity, you see conflict among heroes. They pursue different methods to achieve the same goal, yet they never engage in an open civil war in the main storyline, as far as I recall. They understand that their mission is more important than personal goals or disputes. Their differences are what give each one a unique personality and strengthen the group. Those contrasts make each one stand out while contributing to the team's success. Wonder Woman is often decisive with an idealistic yet slightly naive outlook, while Bruce remains skeptical and keeps a cautious cool. Then there's Clark, who serves as the perfect balance between these two extremes. They support each other, and when one stumbles, the other remains steadfast. This dynamic becomes evident to everyone when we think of the interaction between Batman and Superman, two heroes embodying opposite values. In a life or death battle, the MCU heroes wouldn't even have a chance to display heroics before being brutally defeated. Soon as the confrontation begins, Superman swiftly breaks Steve's neck and tears Tony apart. Too brutal? Then imagine him simply breaking each joint of Captain America and tearing Iron Man's armor into tiny pieces. They wouldn't have any chance to counter, they're not even fast enough to notice he's moving. Honestly, just look at Superman's speed in the Justice League movie. He moves alongside Flash, almost beyond human perception. The only one who could hold out for a few extra seconds is Thor, as his strength allows him to withstand such super speed attacks from Superman, but even then, things quickly turn intense, and although I'm a huge Thor fan, I have to admit that DCEU's Superman is equally powerful, if not more so. In the worst case scenario, Superman, who can fly unassisted, could perform a Doomsday-style move and hurl Thor into the sun. Realistically, there's no way the MCU's Trinity could win, no matter how much I love them. Ultimately, Captain America and Iron Man are still just regular humans. Yes, Captain America is exceptionally strong, but he's no match for Superman. At best, he might be comparable to Batman, maybe even slightly superior, since the DCEU version of Batman isn't the most outstanding example of strategy, intelligence, or combat skills we've seen. Iron Man, despite his advanced suit and genius intellect, isn't invincible, as Thanos clearly proved. Diana's sword could easily pierce that suit, or if not, Superman's superpowered punch would definitely do the job. And what good would Tony's intellect be when facing an opponent who could take him out before he even blinks? Honestly, Superman is the biggest factor in the DCEU Trinity's victory. People seem to underestimate and downplay his power, but you have to acknowledge and accept his superiority over other heroes. To dig deeper, the DCEU's biggest advantage is Superman's speed. He's the fastest of them all. Or is quick, but not in the way of time awareness like astral projection fast. In Justice League, he appeared to match Flash's speed. The fastest MCU character we've seen is Quicksilver, and even he wasn't fast enough to dodge bullets. As for Thor's speed, his top speed was when he was chased by the dragon in Thor Ragnarok, where he easily reached supersonic speeds, around 767 miles per hour. This might be a challenge for Batman, but what about against Superman? In an all-out, no-holds-barred battle, Superman could completely finish off both Iron Man and Captain America before they even realized what was happening. He could even take down Thor mid-attack. That said, a true one-on-one fight between Superman and Wonder Woman would certainly create more drama. Like Tony and Steve, Batman likely wouldn't make much difference in this confrontation. Do you remember in Justice League when Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg couldn't even hold back a newly revived Superman? You could argue that they were all holding back, and but so was Clark. If Superman or Wonder Woman stopped holding back, then you'd see necks broken like Zods or gods like Ares wiped out. If Captain Marvel is supposed to be the strongest Avenger so far, then Superman would be at least twice as strong as her. This guy was toying with Steppenwolf as if he wasn't even a new god, so for this hypothetical battle, all you really need is Superman. And the reality is that in battle, Superman and Batman are far stronger than Captain America and Iron Man. I hope you enjoyed this battle analysis. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you liked it. That's today's video. Thanks so much.